Oh, that's a fish. Something made it. Woo! There we are. We're on. Oh, yep, there's a fish. Oh, shit. Woo! Oh! I did not see that wave. Oh my God. What's up, guys? Out of Towners TV. It is a beautiful day here out on the water. We're in some calm, protected waters right now, looking for rockfish, but just trying to get out here and have some fun, look some sea life. I see over there's a seal bobbing its head up. So yeah, it's super socked in. It's still about 7 a.m. right now. I can hear waves up ahead. At least where I'm at right now, I know it's protected, but it's a little bit eerie that I can hear waves but can't really see where they're hitting. So I gotta keep an eye on that. It's supposed to be very calm like this for a couple more hours. So I'm gonna try and get the best of my fishing in then. And if the wind starts to pick up a little bit later, then we might have to come fishing closer to shore or pack it up. So yeah, we're just out here to have a good time today. Looking for some fish to get on ice. Of course, that's always the goal, but yeah, just really happy to be out here fishing. So let's get started. I was looking at the depth underwater and I found a spot over here that's dropping off to about 50 feet. See what I can find over there. I haven't fished it before, so I'm excited to check it out. See what we can find. Okay, so I am on top of currently about 40 feet of water. And then if I head straight, it looks like it's dropping down to about 60 along this reef here. So follow my way around here and try and jig off this shelf here. I can also fish the top part of the water column where the kelp is at. There's a lot of grass rockfish usually, so I'm gonna go ahead and drop down and see what I can find. So I'm starting off with fishing this bucktail. This is just like a curly tail jig with a little bit of feathers on it. Typically the curly tail works well here. I'll be clipping on a couple of different baits today to see what's working. Drifting my way down slowly to see if there's any fish hanging out mid-height. Making my way downtown, walking fast. Better be careful, I don't want to get copyrighted. Okay, there's bottom. Woo! Something just jumped there. That could have been a seal. All right, I'm gonna reel up and try another spot. I'm drifting off this kelp. I don't want to snag. So a lot of times there's fish hanging out just 2 feet or so below the surface here, which can be fun because as soon as you drop down, you get struck. But those typically tend to be grass rockfish, which are really good eating and can get to be pretty big. Last time my dad hooked onto like a 5-pounder. It's quite a sight. And then a seal came up and was trying to bite it off him. Let's try this. Might need to put a heavier jig head on, honestly. So I don't have pedal drive on this kayak, which means I can sit directly on top of the kelp without having to worry about getting the blades caught up. And I'm not saying that as an option. I don't have a pedal drive kayak. This is just the only boat I have, which in situations like this where I might have just got bit there. Or am I on the bottom? I think I'm wrapped up on some kelp. Yeah, for sure wrapped up on some kelp here. Please don't lose this bucktail. Okay, there, I got it free. Nice. So as I was saying, yeah, I don't have a better fishing kayak. This is really what I got, which is nice for a day like this where fishing solo, boat only weighs about 50 pounds, so I could super easily just carry it off my car, down to the water, which makes it nice for launching. But the trade-off is the stability on this thing is horrendous. It's more of a lake freshwater kayak, unless it's a very calm day like this and I can get out of the real wake of the ocean, especially wind. Wind blows you around like crazy on this thing. Oh, there's a bite. Something just hit it. A smaller rockfish. I didn't get the hook set, but tapped it a few times. Okay, let's paddle on. We are in the boat, which makes it very easy to fish different spots, so let's take advantage of that. Creep in here, just kelp a little bit. Back down there. Oh, there's a fish. Oh, okay, something hit it. That felt good too. See if we can get him to come back. Whoo! Swam by, took a nibble, and dipped. See if I can get him to bite again. Okay, we're gonna let this bait chill here for a second. I'm gonna put on a different bait here. Okay, so let's put on one of these. Oh, there's a fish. Oh, right when I put it down. Oh, nice. Oh, yeah, there we go. Right when I was trying to change the bait. Woo! Yeah. Woo! Let's go. Nice. Yes. That's what we were looking for. It's a nice little rockfish there. Woo! Hooked him right in the upper lip there. Nice. All right, well, thanks for the bite, buddy. Go tell your friends. Well, or actually, I guess you can't. Let's bonk them. This is that old-fashioned Three Stooges bonk right here. All right, he's out like a light now. We'll just clip him here and then bleed him. Here's the part that I was a little bit bummed out about earlier today. Left my good sunscreen at the hotel as I was leaving. So I have this zinc oxide sunscreen from Trader Joe's. Quite literally the worst sunscreen. Coming in as I guess my last resort backup today. Basically this stuff is paint and it does not rub in. So I'll apologize for the rest of the video. I'm gonna be looking like a ghost out here or something else, who knows. But that's all we got today and I'm not trying to get burned. So let's fire this up. Ooh, look at that. That is just like shaving cream. Go on the nose. Maybe we'll just do the old fashioned lifeguard. That's, what am I supposed to, don't ever buy this. Got this zinc oxide all over my hand, so next bait I touch is probably cooked. Let's get back down there. Enough talking. All right, I am snagged on something here. Ah, damn, that did me. All right, time to change baits. No other choice now. Got a bag of different baits right here. It's a big swim bait, I might throw that on later, but for now I'm gonna throw on this Berkeley Gulp nuclear chicken color curly tail. So this one's actually got a little scent on it, which I'm hoping is the advantage over the last one. Yeah, let's just grab this guy. I mean, come on, that's like that Lion King bait, those grubs they're eating. Oh, that's a fish. Something made it. Woo! There we are. We're on. We're on. We're on. Yeah. Swallowed it up. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we have? Ooh, okay. Nice. Nice little black and yellow rockfish. These guys are so beautiful. Nice. Fish number 2. Barely hooked on the top of the mouth too, so let's be careful. Careful now. Oh, these guys are spiky as well. I'm gonna put this here. Get my stringer ready. I'm gonna actually bonk this guy before I do this so that puts him out of his misery. All right, fish number 2 on the stringer, going down. Let's cut this guy's gills as well. Let's get in there and snip them. Okay. I'm gonna be tying on this jig here, super heavy, so it'll drop super fast down. See how that does? Oh yeah, that's dropping quick. I'm gonna try casting this and jigging it back, see if I can get a hit. Fishing a little more area. Oh, fucking seal. Oh, just got bit. No. Didn't I? What's going on? Oh, yeah, I got hit on the drop. Nice. Oh, fire. Got bit on the drop. These seals are all around me. I gotta get this out of the water. Ooh, feels good. Ooh, blue rockfish. Let's go. Nice blue rockfish. All right, get this on the boat. Oh, there might be a school right there. That's a good one. That's a better fish. Let's go, dude. Hell yeah. I was just about to switch lures too. That's a nice fish. Beautiful. Ooh, fish number 3. Going down. Let's cast back there again. 30% of the way to a limit. So I just cast it out there last time. Maybe that was what was bouncing on the surface there. Oh, I'm on again. Oh, there's a school there. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. That was oh, it came off. Damn. All right, let's get back on that. Just casting it out there. There's got to be a school of them right there. Oh, there's another one. Oh yeah, they're right here shallow. Yeah. Let's go, baby. That one's a little smaller. Tell your bigger buddies to pull up. Oh, yep, there's a fish. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. That is fun. Oh, there, something just blew up right there in front. I cast on that. Oh, something just splashed on the surface for it. This is crazy. Oh, there's a fish. Oh, right there, right there. They're right under the boat. That's cool. Maybe they're chilling by this rock too. Oh, there it is. Oh, come back, come back. They must be chilling out in front of the rock. All right, pause right there. There's a bit. There's a bite. Little one. We're on the school right here, dude. Okay, here's the cast. So crank it in. Get one to chase. There's, oh, so fire. Try that again. So here's a look at the stringer thus far. We've just hooked onto a bunch of blue rockfish, and I caught a bunch more small ones, so that was super fire. And I'm gonna be cooking up some of these rockfish and making something delicious. So if you wanna see that, stick around and let's get back to the kitchen and cook these up. This is some unbelievable water clarity today. I'm sure if you're a spear fisherman watching this, you're drooling. Ooh, look at that. There's a rockfish right there. Let's go to this little beach here. Oh shit. Woo! Oh, I did not see that wave. Jesus Christ. All right, we all good? That was a surprise landing there. Oh my God, that's why you gotta keep your eyes on the waves. not the fish. Let's pull this guy in. Lost Crocs on board. Crocs slipped off the feet. Whew. Should have kept the Crocs in sport mode, I guess. It's not going anywhere, I don't think. Oh, shit. All right, let's lock in here. I'm cadding. What's up guys, we're back in the kitchen. Today we're gonna be making a ceviche, and not just any ceviche, a Peruvian leche de tigre. What is a leche de tigre? I don't know. I had to look it up on YouTube. I always order this and saw it at a restaurant and was a little bit confused by what exactly I was ordering. Now that I've actually seen the science and the magic behind the scenes on a YouTube video, I decided I wanted to try it out. So I guess we're gonna kind of learn together on this one. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I need to do is finish up descaling this fish and get the meat prepped. So let's take that over to the sink and do that. They have some pretty gnarly little spikes on them that have a little bit of venom. Right in behind that fin, there's a little bit of like a razor there. So run your thumb on that while you're taking the scales off and accidentally hooks in there. Whew. Yeah, that's not gonna feel good. Just gonna come in with the spoon underwater just to help the scales from flying everywhere. Just like that. Try not to make too much of a mess so that my wife doesn't come back and get pissed at me. All right. Okay, that's the last fish scaled there. Let's go ahead and get started filleting. So I'm gonna grab this bigger one and see it's got this nice back dorsal fin on it. And let's go ahead and fillet this. I'm gonna cut my way along the top of the fish here first. And then I can basically feel in, hear that noise, that's what we're looking for. Clean that way. Just working my way down towards the back. Okay, so up until this part of the fish is super easy to follow the bone. When you get here, there's a rib cage right along this spot that wants to come up towards the meat. So what I like to do is pull it this way and cut through that, just cut through that rib cage, and then I'll take that piece of meat off and deal with that right after. And you can see I'm on the rib bone now, so I'm gonna have to hit the knife on it a little bit. Cut through there. Hear that bone? Let me make a cut right there along the collar as well. So now once I pop that, okay, there's a free fillet. The ribs, there's still a bunch of bones there, so we have to take that off. And then there's also some pin bones that run in here. We'll be probably using some of those scraps for the fish stock. So let's take those off. So basically what I'm gonna do here is push my knife in along the top of the pin bones there. So make sure they're all on the front side of my knife and just cut through like this. So there's a little bit of meat on this, which will be perfect for the fish stock. So throw that in the bowl for saving and then finish cleaning this up. So there's a little piece of bone I feel right there. Again, save that for later. Straggler there. Okay, now we just need to take the skin off this. We're gonna make a little cut along the back and then keep the knife as flush as possible. Work our way down, making sure that we're angling it slightly down so that it's cutting into the skin and not into the flesh and cutting and wasting meat. So we're gonna make a little cut here along the back, down like that. Make sure you don't cut through the fish entirely. Then get your knife at an angle, and then I'm just gonna basically pull the fillet towards me with my knife pointed down. Again, knife pointed down, not up, so the fish doesn't get cut. And now there's enough skin there for me to easily grab. And it came off in basically one clean piece. There's a little bit at the end there, but that looks really good. Wow, that's a really beautiful piece of fish right there. There's a couple of pin bones popping through right there. I'm gonna go ahead and just cut that whole piece off. And we're gonna save this piece for the Leche de Tigre part, where we blend it up and strain it through. So that requires some fish scraps, so we're gonna save this in a separate pile. Keeping all the fish that we're preparing cold on ice, so this will help keep it fresh. Super important for the flavor here in the ceviche. I did save the one fish head and a couple offcuts of fish there for the Leche de Tigre. Let's move on over to the cutting station and get started. So a little bit of a time check. It's currently 9. It's gonna be a long night. But we got over the hard part, cleaning that fish. I was not looking forward to that. We got that done. We have our beautiful vegetables here. Let's go ahead and get started. So first thing I need to do is grab some onion. Okay, so we're just gonna take the hearts of these out for the stock. And we're gonna be saving these outer for much thinner Juliette cuts, Juliette. So this will go into the stock. This is a stock pot. That goes in. Need some garlic. Just gonna roughly crush these. Just gonna leave the skin on these. Ginger. Let's break off a piece of this. Gonna coarsely chop this. Again, skin on because we'll be straining it. A couple pieces of celery here, so we don't want that bitterness from the leaves. Take those off and then coarse again. Okay, so in goes our fish. Gonna cover this with some water and start boiling it. Okay, so we're also gonna hit this with a generous amount of salt for some more aromatics. I'm gonna chuck in a big bunch of this cilantro as well. Push that down, put the lid on it. Okay, so while that's prepping, we're gonna start getting our vegetables prepared for the Leche de Tigre. First thing I need to do is get some garlic ready. Okay, garlic, and then again, we need to put some ginger. This one I actually do need to take the edges off. Chop these as well, because this will be getting blended up into the bowl with the garlic. And then we need some red onion for this as well. So it's kind of repetitive. We're making this fish stock out of the same kind of key ingredients that we'll be blending up a second later. So fish stock has been boiling for about 8 minutes or so. Yep, we got that strained now. You can see it's already got a little bit of color there. It's actually a little bit of meat here that looks delicious on the top of that fish head. Let's try some of that. Ooh, hot, hot. Fresh rockfish. Oh, rockfish is so delicious. As I said, we need to get this cooled off, so I'm gonna put this fish here. Okay, so now we're gonna take the pieces of fish that we're using for the Leche de Tigre. Here I have a couple offcuts. We're gonna throw those into a bowl here. And then I think I need maybe 1 or 2 of these smaller fillets. Now we have our fish in the bowl. We're gonna put lime on this now. Okay, you can see that's already starting to turn the color of the fish that's in there. It means it's doing its thing. A shitload of salt. Okay, let's give this guy a mix and then drop in our vegetables. What do we do here? We have a habanero, 2 habaneros actually, 2 serranos. Do I want to cut this and put it in there and potentially make this thing hotter than I can handle? It's a tough decision. So I'm gonna have to be super careful. I honestly wish I was wearing gloves right now. Not because I care too much about it personally, but we got a baby in the house, and if I have to pick him up later and I get any of this oil on him, it's gonna be bad news. Call me a coward. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'll just take a bite. Whew, I need some beer. Yeah, that's hot, but I think tolerable. We'll put a little more in there, and it's gonna be a hot dish. Thin slices here. Save that off to the side for later. And we're just going super thin here. So I'm just gonna break these apart a little bit so that they'll mix better with the fish. Oops. Oh wow, look at that. So the color on that fish has changed quite a bit. It's pretty white. It's already starting to cook through. Okay, so we're gonna go into the bowl with this. Set that off to the side. Okay, so that's cool to the touch now and still delicious. So now we take our fish stock and we're gonna pour it. All right, let's get this guy in the blender. Will you be careful not to over blend this? So let's hit this for 30 seconds first. That looks good. In with our cilantro. That's good. Okay, now we're gonna pour this. If you took a bite of this, you'd probably be jumping off the walls, I'll tell you that. Maybe we are actually milking the tiger here, but damn, look at that stuff. That is potent right there. Okay. I don't want to push it too hard through this sieve or it's going to get some of the solid through, but I think we've done pretty well there in terms of getting that dry. Last little shake off the teeth of the tiger. So I'm just going to scrape off some of the scum. Maybe it's not scum, some of this foam from the top, just so we have a clearer milk. Let's go with another taste test of this. You can taste the seafood stock, so it tastes like a really good, clear, light seafood broth. But then you get this like soft fluffiness almost, like kind of like milk, honestly. Okay, so now we gotta get this fish cut up into little pieces. Start mixing things together. On the side, I'm gonna boil a little water now. And we're gonna put our corn, yam in there, and then I'm gonna fry up these plantains real quick. Serve this up and we can finally start eating. So home stretch here. Let's see, what time is it? 10:22. So I predict we'll be eating by a little after 11. So I'm getting excited. A little late night snack. So I'm just gonna cube this up really quick. Go with some slightly bigger pieces here. And with some ice water. And then we're gonna plop this down into there so that can stay nice and cool. And we're gonna repeat the process again. So in with salt. Get some more lime in there. Red onion. Just a couple of these habaneros. Drop in the serrano. And then let's drop in some of this Leche de Tigre. Mix that one last time, and we're just gonna let this rest and cook here and all that lime juice. Okay. Now for the plátanos. I'm just gonna do one for now. We're gonna make these for lunch tomorrow. Picking off the end, and then I'm gonna cut along the side, peel this apart. Okay, so I'm just gonna cut these into sections about yay big. And we're gonna go ahead and fry these on the outside first, take them out, smash them down, fry them again. Okay, we are finally finished and ready to plate here. Have this beautiful ceramic bowl that my sister just gifted us. Made it in her ceramics class, but let's get it plated. Okay, well, after an absolute marathon, we are finally ready to eat. I'm so excited to try this. Check out the fruits of our labor here. So the first thing I want to do is just go straight up piece of fish here. Yeah, so that's a nice healthy piece of rockfish there. Oh my God. That is so soft. It feels like it's, it's cooked pretty much entirely through, but it's just so soft and delicious. Yeah, I mean, now we gotta put some of this here. We gotta go avocado first. Avocado, the bottom. We're gonna go fish on top. 1, 2 pieces. A little bit of habanero. You seeing that? Oh my God. This is so good. That fried plantain is perfect. It's got that crunch to it. Made that bite feel so like complete. Man, right now I'm so in love with the fish. It's just so soft, so tender. And the leche de tigre, I mean, all the flavors absorbed around it are really good. I need to just get a little more of that. Oh, come on. This is a hell of a midnight snack, I'll tell you that. Damn near one of the best seafood dishes I have prepared. I think I can say that. Catch and cook. This is up there. This is up there with the top. A little corn bussin'. And this yam, I thought it was gonna be like an orange yam, but yeah. Did not need to put that in there, but I was trying to go with more of a traditional plating. Out of the things I would put with a ceviche, I think something crunchy is where I want to be at, not really on the soft side. So corn is good, but tostones, that's where it's at. Tostada, can't go wrong with that. You need that crunch to go along with that acidic bite. I'm gonna bust it down with some of this Mexico Lindo habanero sauce. This stuff is crack. That's too much, actually. That stuff's pretty hot. 110% making this again. All right, well, I guess it's time to wrap this one up. This meal definitely paid off. I'm making it again, sharing it with my friends and family. I want to give a quick shout out to my subscribers. We're right around that 1,000 mark. This is the first milestone, something that I wanted to achieve, and I got a lot of more motivation to keep going, pushing out content. The only problem is I kind of suck at fishing and usually can't catch fish. So that's something I'm still working on, but if you want to stick around and watch more videos like this, go ahead and like and subscribe. We'll have some more coming out soon, but until then, see you guys in the next one. Peace.